Welcome to the Bourbon Daily podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we are going to be awarding our final winner of our monthly cocktail contest. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akley, along with our special guests, Bill Lewis, George, Pappy G, Rose, and Tim Swiat.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Good.
Hey, so we're going to have some fun today. And this is the last regular season one. We still have the championship that we got to do. We are going to make this one extra special, too, because there has to be some advantage to winning the season, I feel. So our season winner, and we had three that were tied coming in tonight, and all three, by chance, made it into tonight's event. So that would be the Ewalds and Kevin Majors. Were the three that were competing. All had 3 wins. But Kevin Majors couldn't make it. He's heading to New Orleans, apparently, got some flight issues and will not be able to make it. So that means it's going to be one of the Ewalds winning the 5-point advantage. So they get an extra first place vote in the finals, which is huge. Now, can it be overcome? Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's nice to have a free 5 points going into the finals. And that's the advantage that you get for winning the regular season. So one of the Ewalds will have 4 wins for this past year, and one will still have 3. So it should be fun. But before we get to that, McNew, we and some of the crew here in the audience that was with us, I know Justine and the Robinsons were with us, and Mr. Bill too. We were down and had a good time this past weekend, didn't we, McNew?
Oh, this weekend was a blast. So I wish it was a little bit warmer because I was like, we're going to be in Tennessee. It's going to be such a nice spring day. It was not, but we had the best time. Both distilleries were fantastic and so sweet to us.
Yes. Yeah. I think we may do that one again. I've been talking to the distilleries afterwards, and they liked it so much. And it was just kind of the perfect day, wasn't it? It was like we went to one, and then there's just enough time, a little bit of a break to go get lunch and stuff like that. And then you go to the next one. And then it was fun because we got to see the place. And then they got a nice cocktail bar in Leatherwood, which was the second place we went after going to MB Roland in the morning. And I thought it was a really nice setup. And then the restaurant we went to at night was actually pretty good too. So I don't know, maybe we'll do that one again next year.
Yeah, I think we should do that in a fall trip. That area is perfect in the fall too. Okay. So I think that would be super fun to do again.
All right. Yeah. We'll do it again. Danny's saying no. Danny worries about snow season. So Danny,
it's not going to snow in September.
September's okay. Danny's okay with September, but yeah.
Okay, that's what I meant by fall. I'm not talking like November.
So, and we've got just one of these events left. It's Bourbon Behind the Scenes, we call it. McNew, you're working on this. Tell us what's it like? Because that one's not even posted yet or anything like that. What can we expect on this one?
So I wanted to bring everybody to Indiana because we do have some cool things happening. So we are going to start the day at Old 55. Jason's already in. He's already very excited. So that's going to be our morning. There's a cute little cigar bar. I don't know if cute's the word, but I think it's cute. Really close to me. It's 20 minutes from my house. So they have a whole walk-in humidor. It's lovely. They do a lot of single barrel picks. So their bar is pretty well stocked. And I asked the guy if he'd be willing to host a cigar pairing class. He's super excited to have us. I'm going to go meet with him tomorrow, Wednesday, to kind of iron out the details of what we're wanting to do. So excited about that. So he wants to get us in there like mid-afternoon because they do get crazy busy in the evenings.
Okay.
So working all that out, going to plan a whole day for us. I'm excited.
And then there's like a new distillery or newer distillery that you have planned for the evening?
Moondrops. I haven't heard back from them yet. So hopefully I can get them on the schedule that day too.
Do they know you're McNew, for crying out loud?
They're just literally across town from the cigar bar. So it would actually be perfect to hit all 3 in the same day.
Okay. George Rose, one of our guest judges tonight. Could we ever do one of these behind the scenes at your place? Just hang out at your house. Maybe you got a pool. Maybe it'll be a pool party. Maybe you can barbecue for us. How's that sound? That's Pappy G behind the scenes.
Well, I was going to welcome everybody to come to the distillery. I'll give you the full grand tour. It takes all of about 0.5 minutes or so. But, I do have it divided into, my preparation, fermentation and distillation areas, a vast supply and collection of bottles and whatnots.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll work on that one. That'd be nice. Pappy G behind the scenes. That'd be fun.
It would be fun if you showed us how to make what are they? The mash paddles too. That would be fun to watch.
Yeah, a little mash paddle station.
A whole day.
Arts and crafts part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Mr. Bill, you were part of the event this weekend, one of our guest judges as well. What do you think of the event?
Did we have an event this past weekend?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking with Mr. Bill. He, yeah.
There was a big blur.
Yeah.
Actually, it was awesome. I loved it. Donna says next time I need
us
to
up with the Indiana bread. That was fantastic at the share.
Bill, yes. Donna famously was evaluating how Mr. Bill did on staying sober and being well behaved the night before after the first night, and the score that she gave Mr. Bill 0 out of 10. He got a 0.
It happens to the best of us sometimes.
Yeah. And last but not least, our other guest judge for today, Mr. Tim Swiat. Tim, can we ever get you out of the Chicago area and maybe into an event or something, man? Are you not allowed to travel, or is this a home confinement? Is there something we need to know about? You got an ankle bracelet on?
Yeah, I'm going to blink twice. I need help. Yes. And these kids, all the accountability at work, this, that, and the other. Yeah, we're trying to start spreading out a little bit more now that the busy season's over and kids are getting out of school and stuff like that. So we're looking at doing some things and getting around. But I will say, being on the outside, looking at all the pictures coming through, that bottle share was legit.
That was
epic. I could not believe it. That was yeah. I don't think I saw a spread like that since the Hard Truth event that the ABV Network did. I think there was a swing involved in Heidi on the swing. So there was that was quite a spread.
Create that this weekend on a barrel. So there's a new one of Heidi.
That's what she said. I was very pleased to hear that. That is spectacular. That has to be something that continues to go on
a barrel documented photo. And on a hotel cart. So I don't know. I guess that's a thing at this point. I don't know what's going on there. So.
I think
that's what it sounds like.
Sticker at some point, Steve.
Oh gosh. No. All right, guess what? It's time to drink. We've got to do some cocktail judging, but it's good to get a bourbon in hand here as we prepare to do that. Let's drink. Let's start with guest judge George Pappy G. What are you drinking there tonight, Mr. Pappy G?
Pappy G's Old 31 Wonder Cure, aged on oak. This one is about 4 years old.
Oh wow, 4 years old. Ooh, that's pretty good. Glass cork though, glass cork. So no cork pop. So next up, our other guest judge, Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill, what are you drinking? Oh, okay.
Oh,
yes, this will get us the dreaded E rating. So yeah, just for you. It's the Just for You Fuckers series from Leatherwood Distillery. So yeah.
All right. You ready?
Signed by Andy.
Yeah.
No mic muffle.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. That's good. So yeah, you may be joking about that. Oh yeah, why does Andy write that on a bottle? Because he fought for everyone's ability to write stuff like that on bottles. So I think it's cool. Nobody has a better argument of being able to say something like that than Andy. So he's definitely a cool dude for sure.
Exactly.
All right, Tim, we'll have you go next. What are you drinking?
I've got a bottle of Whiskey Acres Distilling Company out of DeKalb, Illinois. They're blue popcorn.
Okay.
Yummy.
Nothing there, but just throw that mic away. I think
it's gone.
I think so. Really.
Yeah. McNew, will have you go. Mr. Bill's leading this thing by a mile, but what do you got?
Yep, he's going to keep it because I'm just doing the simplest cocktail of a ginger beer and Evan Williams white label.
Okay, fair enough. I've got. I think Mr. Bill's going to win this unless I get a miracle here. I need a new riff miracle. I've got a new riff here, a single barrel pick. This is Bourbon's Bistro pick. Let's see what we got. It's about halfway gone. That's why I'm not expecting much here. So here we go. Nice base, not a bad showing, but not enough to win this thing. Mr. Bill clearly won that. So there you go. Mr. Bill, have you won a cork pop on a show before? You haven't done a whole lot of shows.
I think I did one when we were doing the other cocktail contest.
Gotcha. You're good on these things. So cheers, gang, and congrats to Mr. Bill.
Cheers, folks.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's cocktail contest time. We'll do that in just a few.
Well, welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today, we are wrapping up our regular season of year 2 of the cocktail contest.
Yes, we are. So this represents the last one, and then it's going to be on hiatus for a while. I don't know that it's gone forever. I don't want to. You never say that because we may bring it back again at some point. But after the championship, we don't have anything slated, and we'll take a look. I've got a lot of stuff coming up with opening the store and all that, so I'm kind of taking things off the schedule right now rather than putting more things on. So I think I'm going to be pretty busy with that. But so that's the plan. So that means that this is the last one where you had to use an ingredient. So it was the Lucky Leprechauns theme, and you had to use cream de menthe. So that was the mandatory ingredient. Again, we've only got 2 participants this time. It's the Ewalds. Kevin Majors, unfortunately, our 3rd participant, he's eliminated. You know, if you can't make it to the live event, you do not win. So that means it's down between the Ewalds for this bonus 5 points.
Kevin did have a great submission though, called the J.A. Maze. So he made it named after Justine, and it's lovely. Like, it is the green I expected. So I just want to give him a shout out for making a great cocktail. It looked lovely, had some cocoa bitters in it. It sounded delicious. So probably like a little chocolatey too. But Kevin's on a plane delay, so he couldn't make it. But
no doubt it was championship worthy. He'd be in the mix for the win tonight, but yeah, it just didn't work out with the plane thing. Yeah. So yes, and he was hoping Justine would be one of the judges, but and I thought about this because there's another one named after another member of this crew, which we'll hear about in just a second here. Yeah. But we elected not to have those 2 as judges, so no bias could be shouted about. So that's
shenanigans on this crew.
No shenanigans.
Not at all.
Yeah, or McNew's like, I didn't get one and I'm bitter about it now.
That's the danger,
Chicago politics here.
Yeah,
maybe that's the championship cocktail.
It could be. Yeah.
That's
what I'd say. Yeah, for sure. Not a bad idea.
Bitters.
Dave's thinking on his feet there, so that's good.
Since McNew is bitter, maybe have bitters on the next one.
No, I'm not. I love that.
She did. She likes that stuff. So yeah. All right. Well, let's introduce our 2 participants today, and this will be the order that they're going in. This is set by our own McNew. I just follow suit to how she sends it over. So up first this time is going to be Dave Ewalds. Dave, what are you going to be making tonight? We'll get into the ingredients and all that, but just tell us a little bit about what you're making and what the inspiration here was.
Well, so the prime ingredient, the cream de menthe. We made a homemade one. It's not real green, but it's very tasty.
Yeah.
So I was wondering what would that go with? Okay, playing around a little bit, and it's like, ooh, that would go good in absinthe. So put that, a little bit of that in some absinthe, and then it needs to be a little bit more bracing. So I threw some Fernet in there, and then it's like, oh man, what would make this even better? Freddy's root beer, of course. So I dumped it in with some Freddy's root beer, and it's like, oh man, eureka.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. Then it's like, oh man, needs one more ingredient. What should I do? Saw a bottle of Old Crow on the counter. My dad's moving, and he gave me a bottle of Old Crow, and I'm like, oh, if I put that in there, I'm gonna have to name it after Becka Sue. So this cocktail is called the Becka Sue.
Okay. All right. Well thought out. That's good. Dave, sounds great. And we'll talk to you about that in just a minute here. Okay. All right. Next up is Adina. Adina, tell us a little bit about what you got going on here tonight.
Oh, geez. Well, I've been off on this Nordic mythology kick, and I was scrolling through Instagram, and I saw this video of this technique, which I'll be showing you later. And I sat there, I probably watched it for 45 minutes on loop the first time because it was just kind of mesmerizing. And I said, I got to do something with that. And so I decided to name it the Eye of Odin.
Okay.
In Norse mythology, Odin sacrificed his eye, one of his eyes, for divine wisdom. So I thought it was a fitting end to the regular cocktail contest to have one dedicated to Odin.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, good luck tonight, and we will talk to you in just a few. Okay. All right. Before we get started, one last order of business, and this could come into play easily tonight. If there happens to be a tie, we like to throw it to someone for the tiebreaker. That person gets final say. Whether or not we think it's right or not, we have to stand by that decision. I think the most neutral person here is Danny. He's never participated in the contest or anything like that. So Danny, you need to watch closely, and because you will be called upon in the case of a tie. If there's not, you don't have any vote or anything like that, you're not involved. But should there be a tie, it'll be tossed to you, at which time you will have to pick between the two. So pay attention between the two that's going on here. So with that, we're going to go back to Dave, and Dave's going to tell us about his cocktail, the Becka Sue.
Okay, well, again, this just came with playing with some ingredients, and I thought absinthe and root beer would just be a killer combination, which it is. And then, you combine it with the nice, the minty cream de menthe, and, root beer already has some minty kind of spicy flavors in it already. And then the Fernet gives it just kind of an icy bracingness. So that's also a good compliment. And then just what puts it over the top is a little bit of Old Crow bourbon in there to seal the deal and make it just a slight bit more boozy.
Yep.
So sometimes the best cocktails come along with just messing around and seeing what combos really taste good together, and that's kind of what I did here. And of course I had to name it after Becka Sue because of her love of Old Crow and Old Crow being in here. And then also I used the Neely Family Distillery absinthe, so
which features Miss Becka Sue, of course.
Yeah, so There you go then. Yep. That's the whole thing. So I'm going to begin by some ice in a mixing glass.
Okay. Timmy's got
My
a
ice scooper, sanitary ice scooper.
That's a good call.
And with about an ounce of absinthe.
Okay. That sounds about right. Absinthe.
This is a fairly high proof absinthe, so it's pretty good. Ounce is good of this.
Okay.
Obviously you can do more if you'd like it. Then the Fernet Branca.
Okay.
That's kind of a bitter liqueur. So I'm going to go with an ounce of that.
All right. Fernet Branca.
That's a little bit more. I wanted a little bit more Fernet.
A little heavy on the hand. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. All right. Then the cream de menthe. So
the required ingredient.
And that only needs about a half ounce because it's fairly sweet.
Okay.
Make sure I pour this right.
Precision pour there.
A regulation size mason jar.
Controlled. Yeah. Okay.
Cream de menthe. Then we have the Old Crow.
Comes
I'm just going to do a half ounce of Old Crow, maybe a little bit more. My glass is only so big, so.
Yeah. Miss Becka Sue would appreciate more, I think.
A little Old Crow.
Know her pretty well.
Now we're not going to put the root beer in yet. We're going to stir this up because you don't want to stir that frothy root beer, make a mess.
Nice upper Midwest pronunciation of root beer. The root beer. Like that. All right, stirring away. Tim, what do you think of the stir here? He's got the mic off, so.
The way he's stirring that, I swear, I think he grew wings like an absinthe fairy there for a second. I really saw an aura of.
It looked like he was hovering above the floor there, just the product, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like he turned into a combination of Dr. James Crow and Papa Sizemore there for a second.
All right, he's pouring it in the glass now.
Now we're gonna get the Freddy's root beer.
Okay.
Which is a wonderful root beer.
Hey, Daddy-o.
Hey,
That is good stuff. That is good stuff. I agree. If you ever go to a class where Freddie's doing some cocktails with that, definitely attend. He's great. Okay, he's doing a controlled pour in that root beer. Do you see that, Tim?
Yes, he is. Very steady hands. Very gentle hands
not
on Mr. Ewalt's today.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, but most people like it.
The Becka Sue cocktail.
There it is.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Becka Sue.
Wonderful.
All right. Yeah, let's hear it for Dave. Great job.
Oh, Dave.
Great job. That's definitely going to be in the mix. Looks like something I would drink there. Nothing wrong with that. I liked everything about that one. So Adina, your work's cut out for you. But I think you've always been able to answer the call. You're not scared. I think you're going to come at them. So the Eye of Odin coming up from Adina Ewalds.
Okay. So this is a little more complicated to make.
Whoa, you hear that? There's a shot at her competitor right there. I picked up on it. Yeah, that's good.
The first thing I do is you make an ice ball in one of the little silicone
Yes.
things.
Those
I'm
are
just
nice and
surprised
they
that
actually
you
work.
got that to be a ball because mine never turn out. Like those
Really?
things just piss me off, honestly.
Oh, mine
but
do. Yeah,
I hate 'em.
you're doing it wrong. We'll have to show you how to do it.
Yeah.
You
I need a class.
only you just freeze it for 3.5 hours.
okay.
And after 3.5 hours, you take it out and you get like a stick or something. This is a sharpening stick. Heated that up under a torch.
Oh, wow.
And poke 2 holes in the end of the ice ball.
Okay.
And then from that, put it back in the freezer. You got to keep it real cold. I use a little funnel. Our camera's frozen.
Mm-mm.
There we go.
Yeah,
Use a
you're
little
good.
funnel. I can't figure out which way to go here.
Right there is good.
Put it in the hole and then I'll fill it with the mixture I'm going to tell you about. The reason I'm not doing that one is because I already have one that's filled.
Okay.
Because I fill it and put it back in the freezer so it's a little more
Good.
viscous.
Well, you're just showing technique there. So that's good.
Right.
That's well
Um,
played.
So what I do is I make a mixture of, I made this blackberry cardamom liqueur. I
Okay.
had some blackberries that I needed to use up. And I thought, oh, I'll just, pour some vodka and simple syrup in there and see what happens. And I thought, well, I'll crush some cardamom too and put it in. And my gosh, it's delicious. So I used 1/2 ounce of that, 1/2 ounce of my creme de menthe, which Dave just took away.
Sorry.
Yeah. Boy,
That
And
is
because-
it.
that's a party foul on Dave. Yeah.
Because I didn't want the bright green in my cocktail. I said, I'll just make a creme de menthe and not put food coloring in it.
Okay.
So it's everything except the food coloring. Then I need a little bitter in it. So I put some Benedictine in it, just 1/2 ounce of that. And then a dropper full of Old Forester hummingbird bitters.
Just a dropper full.
Yep, just a dropper full. Whenever you're down at Old Forester, pick up some of their bitters. They're delicious.
They are. They are. Created by St. Louis's own Jackie Zykan.
Yep, absolutely. So anyway, I have my ice ball in here filled
Okay.
with the
Oh,
liquid
wow.
right now.
That's cool looking.
Wow.
But I'm gonna keep it cold while I do the next part.
Our audience.
Basically, the next
yeah.
part is just making a regular whiskey sour.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do for those lucky little leprechauns is use 1.5 ounces of Powers whiskey.
Okay.
1/2 ounce of fresh lemon juice.
Okay.
I already squeezed the lemon.
All right. Like Led Zeppelin used to.
1/2 ounce of honey simple syrup.
Okay.
Again, that's just honey mixed with hot water, equal amounts.
All right. So I'll go
And
into a shaker, folks, for our at-home
yep,
audience.
it's all going into a shaker. And then I'm sorry, McNew, but it's got
That's
to have
right.
just like Odin sacrificed his eye, I'm sure I'm sacrificing McNew's vote for adding the egg white.
Egg white. Oh, nice.
I'm on a fence here right now.
Adds texture. That's good. Yeah.
Nope.
Because
Just laying
I
down the
tried-
law.
Yeah.
I tried it without first and it just didn't have the visual effect.
Yeah.
So I'm going to dry shake this first.
All right.
Whoa,
Oh.
almost had a
What
problem
do you think
there.
there, Tim? Tim?
Well, there was almost an accident on the field here, but it was a quick recovery. Very,
She
very quick
salvaged it.
recovery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Lightning fast reflexes there. So.
Yes.
Okay. Gonna give it a dry shake, then add some ice to it.
Okay. Right. And there we go. Ice is going in. Also sanitary. She got the scoop And boom. Okay. Her assistant takes the bucket off. All right.
Oh,
Tim,
there's the
let's go down
business.
the field. What do you think?
I got to tell you, there's the Rockford loop-de-loo right there. There's a little twist on that shake. There's a little, there's just a whole thing going on there. Everything's moving up and down with this shake.
Yeah. Oh,
As
yeah.
a friend of mine said, shake it like it owes you money.
There you go. All right. This is always interesting. Breaking those two metal cups apart from the
They
shaker.
seem to like fuse together once it gets cold. Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, technical problem.
Where's the
Nice.
assistant?
So, yeah.
No, I have a glass
Frozen too.
fuse
Okay,
when they
she
get
does.
cold. It's a weird thing.
All right.
And then I'm going to strain that into this glass.
Okay. Ingredients
Like I
going
said,
in.
it's just your basic whiskey sour.
Okay. All right.
Then,
She's
Okay.
got it positioned on camera.
then we need to,
Looks
gotta
frothy.
get
As
my
you would
lovely
expect.
assistant here. We've got to heat up the inside of the glass.
Okay.
So we got our cool little propane
Torch.
torch here.
Yeah.
I'm just going to heat it up. Can you hold that while I get this ready?
I don't know, can I?
Yes.
The judges allow it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Production assistant, Dave. Not husband Dave, not competitor Dave.
Okay, that's good. And
As long as
then,
you don't burn her.
Yeah.
okay, it may take it a little bit for it to start dripping.
Okay. So for the audience, Tim, why don't you explain this? Because while we do have some watching on YouTube, the bulk of our audience listens on a podcast, so it's not a visual medium. So we'll
We
go down
have
on the
to-
field, have Tim explain it to us. So
Kevin Rose's comment in the chat.
I got to tell you, Steve, I think Kevin Rose has hit it. The moon landing was less complex than the creation of this cocktail.
yeah.
But what you have is you have a orb floating above the rims of the glass, being held there by the glass container itself, which is a fly ash glass, I might add,
Okay.
from here. And that is now melting the ice ball, which has the liqueur inside of it to formally mix the cocktail itself over time. This is I could watch this for 45 minutes like an Instagram reel.
Right.
This is
Yeah.
spectacular.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
they did time lapse.
That's what's happening right now. So it's you can see where it's dripping in there.
It is like so visually pretty though. Just like the whiskey sour is like this like yellow lime color, and then you have this beautiful like reddish pink hummingbird bitters color. Like just
Ooh.
mixing together. It's gorgeous. It's so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Once it
There
really
it
starts
goes.
dripping, it gets
Look at
really
it going.
We
Look at
might
it go
just
now.
have to sit and chat about it for a while it does its thing. That's why I'm like, oh geez, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this on
Yeah. Yeah.
a video.
All right.
No,
What we'll do, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to come back for the conclusion of this cocktail. We'll do that in just a few. Yeah, I'll throw something in there. McNew, you'll have to give a second. Welcome back.
welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're still watching The Eye of Odin by Adina Ewalds, and
Yes,
it is
we are. Yes,
still
we are.
lovely and still fascinating.
If you like this cocktail and you go to your favorite restaurant, you order it when you arrive, and then you get it for a dessert drink. So they start working on it then, and by the time dinner's done, that's when they bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some more torch action by her production assistant happening.
Yeah.
There's drips coming. The other thing I could do is tip it over and just dump it out of the hole in the ice,
Don't
which
do that. No, I like the slow action. This is
okay.
fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
it'll-
Dave come with a drink?
No.
Yes.
You know, to heat up the glass and
Yeah. He's got to be around there tending to it. So
Oh, there it
there
goes.
it goes. It looks like it's going
Oh.
now. There it is.
Oh, yeah, and it just fills it out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is something.
So I will say though, it does kind of look like an eye. The more it drips
Oh,
in,
there
it like
goes.
fills up like that white foamy part, so it kind of looks like an eye. I
Yeah,
get
I
it.
was hoping it wasn't going to be too gross. Okay,
No,
now
I
that
like it. I like it.
There it goes.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
It definitely looks like an eye, not the stink eye, but an eye.
I
You're
think
right.
this would be fun to do something gross with for Halloween. Like this has so many other routes it could go. I like it.
I like it. We have a big eye sculpture in St. Louis, so that's a big thing here. So you have to check that out. Google that, the eye sculpture in St. Louis. It's one of my favorites.
And it's still draining out. So like this ice sphere is still perfectly round, but all the color has drained out a bit right now. It's going into the glass.
Yeah.
And then if you notice, it's layered too. The red is sunk to the bottom, and then the whiskey sour's on top, and then the layer of the white.
So was it just because it was weighted? How the hell does that happen? Because I don't understand the logistics, but I like it.
Because the liqueur is heavier.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that does make sense. Okay,
colder and heavier.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a chemistry experiment going on here too. This is amazing.
It is. It is.
Okay, so the pretty part's kind of over, so I'm just going to dump the rest in.
Okay.
Rid of the ice ball.
So this was like a drink and a show, though. We had some entertainment with the drink.
It is. So.
It would have been cooler though if you threw the ice ball over your shoulder.
Or threw it at Dave.
Throw it at Dave.
Here, catch.
So anyway, here is the Eye of Odin.
Okay.
Great job, Adina.
Way to go, Adina. Excellent work. Excellent work. Excellent work. So here's where we're at. We have two individuals competing, and let's see what we've got here. So it is time now. The power has shifted from our participants to the judges. Please take it seriously. There's a lot riding on this. The winner of tonight will get a 5-point bonus in the finale that'll air next month. So it'll air on May 1st. So with that, we're going to turn it over. Tim, you know the drill here. Start it out for us, kind of talk about both of them, and then give us your ranking. Which one was your favorite? Which one was your second favorite of the evening?
Dave, I really enjoyed that you went with the art of simplicity to this with a nice pinky raise with the Fernie Branca there. I thought you used the elements complementary with each other. And that there is one tasty drink, especially with the steady hand, to not have that extra foam on top, to make sure you're not overpowering that drink and doing it there. Adina, your consistent theme with your Nordic heritage has, I think, culminated in a one heck of a finale with that display we just had for the last 2 hours watching the show and judging this. It was absolutely spectacular. I do enjoy the whiskey sour, and I absolutely fully approve of the middle finger using the egg whites and saying, here's who I am. This is what's going on. This is my opportunity to shine, and here's what I'm going to do. With that all being said, regardless if Dave wins or loses, I'm sure he's on the couch because either Adina's the winner of this whole shebang and holds the bragging rights, or she loses and she's still going to be in the catbird seat. So with that all being said, I am going with Adina with this one. I'm my Adina number 1, Dave number 2, because you hit me right in the feels with that Irish whiskey.
All right.
I really enjoyed that part of it.
Fair enough. Okay.
I didn't say I used the Powers 3 Swallows for that. I love that one.
All right. Powers 3 Swallows. Okay. Interesting. Pappy G, you're next. What are your thoughts on this? What did you think about both entries? And then let us know who you liked better.
I think Dave did a wonderful job with his presentation, and the root beer and the creme de mint and everything together sounds wonderful. I have to give hats off to Adina for this one, man. I mean, she knocked it out of the park with the glass ball and the whiskey sour and the presentation of dripping down into the whiskey sour. My hat's off to her. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that is a wonderful drink, and the presentation is fabulous.
Yeah. So Dave is in some real trouble here at this point. So we'll see how it goes. His back's against the wall, but you never know.
Story of my life, Dave is in real trouble.
It's not over. It's not over. He could sweep this thing and take over and be victorious. So we'll see. We'll see. Mr. Bill, you're going to be next. What are your thoughts about these two cocktails first, and then how did you rank them?
Well, first of all, I like both of them very much. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like both of both of the Ewalds. They're just really good people, really great people.
Yes.
I like the way that you put the drinks together, but I'm gonna have to give it to Adina.
Adina. Okay. All right. I think we know what that means, but we're going to continue on with our judges. I like both the cocktails too, and I think that both would be something I would be interested in tasting. They interest me that much. But that being said, this is it. This is the finale. I feel like one of them brought a finale type of cocktail to this thing. Was it over the top? Was it crazy too much? Yeah. But you know what? For the finale, that's a grand finale. So I feel like Adina, you nailed it with this one, and the cool presentation. You captured the spirit. It's a weird thing, the Eye of Odin, and then you brought it to life for us, and then we got to see it happen. So kudos to you. You get my vote, and so that puts Dave in second for me. So McNew, last but not least, maybe you'll toss Dave a sympathy vote here, but tell us what you thought of these and give us your score.
So I feel like Dave created an absolute flavor bomb. That root beer, the absinthe, the creme de menthe, like absolute flavor bomb. I think it's going to be lovely to drink that. But Adina, oh my God, like this seems like something you'd see in like a crazy ass high-end restaurant in New York City or someplace I never want to go, but it looks fantastic. And I would pay $25 for it. Like it is so just over the top and theatrical and amazing. And I love the story of Odin too. So Adina just takes it for me. That was
Adina
stellar.
Yes. Well, there you go. So no real mystery here. Who wins this thing? Who doesn't? It was a clean sweep by Adina. So Adina, that means you are our seasonal champion. And it sets you up with a 5-point bonus in the finale, which will happen next month. Again, will air on the 1st of May. And what's going to happen next month? There'll be 5 competitors. So all 5 who had cocktails in a finale show this year will be invited to participate in that. So that's both the Ewalds, Dave and Adina, of course. Kevin Majors, who is scheduled to be on here tonight, he makes it. Then Kevin Rose is also there, and Vicky Higginson. So there'll be 5 competitors battling it out. We'll have to see. McNew, you and I'll have to huddle up and see if we want to invite a couple extra judges and things like that. Let's make this thing grandiose, because this is for all the marbles. And anything goes.
If you can finagle Molly Wellman into this, I know it's going to be busy for her because we're back to the red season, but if we can get Molly Wellman as a judge, that's going to be great for a finale.
That would for sure.
So the pressure.
Yeah.
And next month, for all of our competitors, if you're listening, anything goes. Make us your best cocktail. That's the key.
Rules, no required ingredients, rules. Do what you want to do.
Just the challenge is bring it. So
Can we repeat a cocktail that we've previously submitted?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to see though. Remember, it's all about presentation.
Whatever that best is.
It's all about presentation and creativity. That could come back to bite you, Dave. Let's not forget. But it's a chance. It's a chance. But maybe it's so good. Maybe it's everything. Every move that you're going to make here is it's give and take. What is that?
I can see a flaming line boat.
I was thinking of flaming line boats and
yeah.
So Kevin Rose in the chat says he already knows what he's doing. The man has
looking at you, Rose. Looking at you, Rose.
Kevin Rose is coming hard next month.
Yeah. So there you go. Very exciting. And of course, we'll wrap the show up by checking in with our judges who did a great job for us. So let's have Mr. Pappy G. Where can people find you?
You can always find me on Facebook at Ask Pappy G. I'm on Instagram at Pappy G in Kentucky. And now on TikTok, Pappy G67.
I follow him there.
Do you? And how is it?
Dance videos, probably. Dance videos.
I don't really pay that much. I watch a couple of them. They're fun, but I don't really get on there as much as I used to be honest.
Okay. I've
I'm
never
still
been on
kind of
TikTok.
new at it, so
Okay.
I haven't done anything crazy yet.
All right. 'Cause summer's coming though. Pool time. It could get great. All right. How about you, Mr. Bill?
You can find me on Facebook, Bill Lewis.
I'm compelled to follow. It just sounds exciting. So, all right.
It's like a
Calm
great
down, Bill.
time.
Yeah. Tim, how about you?
You can find me on the tasting and events page at abvnetwork.com or on Instagram at swyguy2112.
All right, McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakley.com. We've also got that company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right, one last round of applause for Adina, our champion.
Yeah, congrats,
We'll
Adina.
have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Take care.
Cheers.
Peace.